Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, has long been known for its rich coffee heritage. However, the ambitious plans to triple coffee exports by 2030 face challenges, leaving farmers stuck with primitive processing methods. This report explores how the Coffee Investment Consortium Uganda (CICU), through its coffee processing eco-hub system of farmer to tertiary hub through the enterprise groups, primary hubs and secondary hubs in transforming the coffee sector with government funding. Farmers face low prices, potential revenue loss and unemployment by selling unprocessed coffee.
Our farmers currently are still producing low quality coffee. So low quality coffee means that same coffee is what is being brought to us. At the end of the day, it affects the quality of coffee that we produce.
CICU was formed to add value to the coffee beans by developing a Uganda single source origin, high altitude grown and roasted coffee for international market through coffee processing hub system. This would in turn positively change the livelihoods of coffee farmers. Government intervention through STI has provided a grant to CICU focusing on value addition across the eco-hub system, creating a positive impact of empowering farmers to earn a premium price for coffee and generating employment opportunities. In Kwen, on the slopes of Mountain Elgon, Masha Coffee, supported by government funding, has transformed coffee farming and processing. Farmers receive good prices, training, and improved processing technologies.
We have received the funds in two tranches, equal installments of 567 million. Totaling 1.13 billion shillings. Since this money came in during the season, we have decided to use much of it in purchasing coffee so that we take advantage of this season.
Through this, we have been able to involve more people, which means we have created more jobs for the youth and for the ladies. And then the good price we are giving to the farmers is able to improve their livelihoods.
And we have also improved our processing facilities in terms of setting up a bigger and a new washing station and some drying facilities as well.
The drying structures or the solar houses, currently they have a capacity of holding up to 18 metric tons at a go.
It has come in to fill the main gaps that we have been having. We have had a big gap of capital to purchase coffee.
We have farmers who come to Masha to ask for an advance and promise to pay later with coffee. So these farmers are registered, we have their information, and we know that they have the capacity to supply that coffee later in the season. So as Masha, we do not have the capacity to meet all those needs, though we give to a small number. So that advance is also a way of supporting the farmers or encouraging them to supply to Masha.
But because this is the season, there are also other challenges because we are now handling many things at the same time. We are improving the processing facilities, but also purchasing the coffee at the same time. So there are many things to do. Our staff are strict. But we are managing.
We have limited resources in extension because we only have 3 field officers, so they are unable to sufficiently reach all the farmers. So in some cases, we engage with other stakeholders like UCDA, where we mobilize the farmers and then they can be trained by the UCDA.
We are very much focused on quality. Our reasoning is that when we produce good quality coffee, we fetch higher prices for it and plow back these prices or this money into our processing and the production facilities through the farming support systems and the processing systems.
We've been able to achieve local bulking of coffees as a group, where Masha becomes the exporter of our coffees. So that is the first benefit. And then 2, we've been able to be receiving crop finance. That is interest-free still from them.
Everything begins with the farmer. Everything begins with the farm. And so farmers need support to do the right things in their farms, and that eventually affects how much we produce and the quality we produce.
We work with a number of farmers who are across the 3 districts of Kapchorwa, Kwena and Bukwa. Then we also continue to recruit other farmers. Like recently we have new farmers from the district of Upper Bulambuli. So these farmers are registered with Masha Coffee, and we give them trainings on good agronomic practices on how to improve productivity and the quality of their coffee. And then they supply this coffee to Masha Coffee.
Masha has been able to do our farmer trainings. They offer us the technical people to do the trainings, and the only thing we need to do is to mobilize the farmers at one point. Then they'll come and offer that. Mostly what we do, the trainings they have been doing is mostly farm related, that is farm management.
All the coffee from all the primary hubs comes here for central processing to ensure uniform quality. We have a major challenge of water. Currently we are using underground water, but the levels reduce as soon as the rain disappears. So if the rain disappears as early as October or early November, we face a lot of challenges with water because our season goes up to January. And with the quality, if you do not have water, you're greatly going to be affected. It means even your buyer will not get exactly what they ordered for. Currently, we don't have the machines like for hulling, that is for the secondary processing. So we carry our coffee and do it at someone else's place. We are doing specialty coffee, which needs a lot of attention and care. So when we go and do this service at someone else's that is doing this for business, it is the chances of contamination are very high. So you can have your sample that capped maybe a certain score, but because of that process of using a machine that has been hulling commercial, you find that the quality of your coffee is compromised. Another challenge is the high cost of production. As Masha currently we have one truck which has to fetch coffee from a number of buying centers, and with cherries, the longer it stays in the field, it starts to deteriorate in quality. So in order for us to mobilize volumes, we need more than the current truck that we have to be able to process our coffee on time and have the quality that we desire.
We are also seeing a lot of challenges with the changing climate patterns, which is affecting production. It's also influencing the disease patterns. And so it's a big challenge. Rains are errant and unpredictable. Water sources and water availability is becoming a challenge, which also affects many of our processing.
Currently, we have a program called Climate Smart Agriculture. Out of the total number of farmers, we have selected a certain number of farmers that are receiving trainings on climate smart agriculture to overcome the various challenges that are coming into the coffee sector because of the climatic conditions that are currently changing. As Masha Coffee, currently we are improvising. We have one warehouse which is right here where we are situated, and it has the capacity to store up to only 40 metric tons of the coffee that we process. Alongside the same line, we have identified another store in a strategic location that is going to enable us to store up to an estimate of 100 metric tons in a season.
In Mitoma District, Rubanga Cooperative Society Limited engages in value addition, roasting and packaging for export. Through the support of the government, the cooperative is improving on its processing facilities and has been able to aggregate coffee from primary hubs, which has in turn improved income for the primary hubs and facilitated modern facility construction.
Grants so far amount received is 567 million. That was our first disbursement was received, and also second bunch came in, which is also the same amount of 567 million. Since we received facilitation and fund from the CICU and the government as well, we are training our farmers in good agronomic practices, post-harvest handling, see that at least productivity has increased, and also we minimize on losses on a cooperative level by getting good quality of coffee, so that we serve the market with good quality, so that we sustain our markets. All equipments have been fully paid. Above 500 million has been used to procure equipment. More activities came on board, and we have to recruit more staff to facilitate those activities. So far, 3 employees joined us, Uganda cooperative activities, so that we can execute project activities as well. And we are hoping when all equipments are installed, are working, more staffs will come in. Probably above 20 employees will be coming on board. So far, equipments bought for the project, one is a combined hara machine, which is already in place and the installation is taking place. We have so far procured a mini roasting machine that is also going to be installed and to start roasting coffee for our farmers and the cooperative as well, and to add value for our product. As we can talk, our storage facility, it is still under construction. About 95% is also done. We are remaining with few activities to finish this warehouse facility. One, it is this one of machine. Another one, it is a store. It will be accommodating around 1,200 metric tons of coffee. Our stock levels have increased because as I speak, we are buying Arabica from Rwenzori region and Robusta from Chenjejo region. So first stock we have in store, it is worth 1.5 billion UAGX. So you see really stock has increased and we hope to stock more.
Since I started working with Uganda, I used to process with 30 tons, 30 something tons. But since last year I processed 152 metric tons. And this year I processed 185. My income increased because they used to give me money, huge sums of money, and all the time money is available. And that's why I attract customers and many more farmers to join me.
When we heard of the Coffee Investment Consortium Limited Uganda, we felt that if we partner with this, then we can have access to financial support, and that support maybe can help us buy machinery, construct a factory that is viable and strong that can process that coffee for final export. So we are glad that Rubanga Coffee Cooperative Union came here and gave us some insights, because I think they are a nearby senior in the field of coffee.
We as a cooperative, even though we are implementing this project, we are facing some challenges. One, we have limited transport means. We have few trucks to collect coffees from different hubs and also to collect products from farmers. It is still a challenge. Secondly, we have poor roads from here to Tamaka Road. It is not easy when it is rainy season. It's also a challenge. We have a challenge of electricity. It is off and on. So we are planning to install standby generator. Because we are installing this equipment, we are buying coffee from other hubs. We need to process it. And when power is not on, you cannot process it. So we have to improvise and we get a generator. And since we have installed the big equipment, it is also needs a transformer that transformer of around 500 kV. So it is also a challenge, still a challenge on our side.
In Fort Portal, New Bukombe is constructing a mini lab for coffee quality control and refurbishing processing equipment, bringing hope to local farmers.
New Bukombe ninjesimisa we birunge binhiramo. Omwani ogu tugusubwire mpererira abana bangi. Nguziremwa amataka lots. Kandi New Bukombe sazinu enyombekire handu kuflotingira. Kandi enyombekire tanka. Kandi amesti ndukuleta. Insumura ninyoja, flota ninzihaho, ntaturukira kandi ntahimbire mwana kuchweka. Ntaturukya mundu teka motoka. Nyisimisa New Bukombe kandi nerangu New Bukombe. Ombero byomesa ko tugumiza mututi. Tujja kuba kurungi kukeraho.
Ati masini zinzona nikora. Taro masini ya kufuira zona nikora kumkurungi. Nabwicha hati akire kanu ku mwana kunyakomera gubiri gutarumu nakubira mbatire mu mwani mu banko guturuka hati gumira tuguru tukome bacyali misini bacyano kuli awoti miyo ntiyara tani asatu pade tadi makumi asatu hati utumara kuzitira tuzihayo tuziteka mu woti miyo egyo netwara tani makumi abiri hanyuma ugusigaire ugwa gusagira guri mwingi muno tunyina tunibale nungi muno so kutabwa mbrofe so kutabwa mbuko emirimo ni cyagena maiso nticyakora ntuguya tujombeka kurungi umwana gutereze kutandika kusa passment ibintu bibona bisanga bihoye abuka turikota gukora mbrofu nicyo kikuru kini kimerize wote mire kutakora ki ntibanza kugisemeza kigambo cya hale kutagibakiza abo kuteka akasiri yako abo nsonga kabere nyuma kutaturukiye bugasiya nkabiteka mu kintu cyayo nabishaka kiri akaja kukakataro bitati nko kamazire kokora mbesire baje bajosiriya.
We thank the government for the support that is giving us as New Bukombe.
Omukazi w'Omutima, in partnership with Now African Initiative, has implemented security systems, renovated facilities, and provided ready cash for coffee bean purchase.
We went into a joint venture with Now Africa Initiative. We rented the premises, renovated, and made sure we install a fully fledged security surveillance system to make sure that our produce is safe.
Since we entered into this joint venture, they have 119 metric tons of FHU, which we have handled here, and it has been taken by them. And we do hope that more coffee is going to be handled at this facility.
This facility here has a small warehouse right down there. Then just as a few meters from here, we have another one that we have rented.
They have a robust system whereby they have reached out to quite a number of farmers, coffee farmers in this particular area.
Within this short period of time, we have managed to bulk 19 tons that we already had 2 contracts. One of them we are servicing it. The 19 tons were taken off our hands and given to the person we signed with the first contract. And at the moment, we are bulking for the second one, that is about 40 tons. Right now in stock, I have 6 tons.
Under this partnership, we do hope that in addition to our farmers that we had, we as Now African Initiative, we are going to get additional farmers who will be using this facility for primary processing.
We are making sure that our farmers are profiled. That is one. Reason why we are profiling them, we want to make sure that we know where their gardens are. We know the people that we are dealing with in buying coffee, and we can follow them up in post-harvest handling and also buying their produce.
We are so privileged, Omukazi w'Omutima as our secondary hub in the region. She's the one supposed to take up Kugezi. She has already availed us with these 2 tabs, which are helping us to pick the data. So we have picked the data online, And again, we have kept the same data on hard copies. As we have seen, we have our registers with all the details.
It is also an element of saying, let us have the tracking of our coffees. Where do our coffees come from? Who's giving them to us? What is their origin? This all helps in when we are doing the profile of the coffee.
I'm very, very optimistic that this venture is going to be, it is going to be fruitful in terms of the synergies that we are going to create by working together.
After joining Umugore w'Umutima, I started saving. So I have also gone far to see other farmers what they are doing. I got that chance because of being in Umugore w'Umutima. We have been to Bushenyi, we have been in Kampala just last week to see what other farmers are doing. So I have benefited a lot.
I'm seeing a high hope in this group because we are moving forward. We are seeing many things coming, many good things coming. We are hope to move in many different places because of coffee. Like we have an offer to go to China and Brazil because of coffee.
We are in the process of acquiring visas to South Africa and also Egypt that are going to take place this year to make sure we also get contracts from abroad that we can be able to service and provide coffee to. At the moment, the staff members, total to date, that have been recruited are 6. Our target for the next year is 7. We have a hub in Chisoro that we are supporting. We have a hub in Kambuga, and we also have one here. The biggest challenge we are having as Omukazi w'Omutima is funding. We have a lot of coffee to buy from our farmers. Right now, as of date, in my database, total number of farmers that have been profiled are 2,000. But if you're to multiply 2,000 farmers, each farmer is able to give me 500 kilograms of coffee. Multiply that by the 2,000. 500 kilograms multiplied by 2,000. I'm not able to buy that quantity from them. Reason being, shortage of funds.
Funzo Coffee, with its partners, boasts advanced equipment and spacious warehouses. The intervention has boosted refurbishment of equipment and warehouses, provided ready money for coffee aggregation, which in turn has provided employment, while also increasing coffee farmer household income.
We have different warehouses. We own one in Morende and we rent Zigoti, Mbale and Kasese.
We have partners at the primary level and at the secondary level as well. So here where we are, we have built up a very nice partnership with Zigoti Coffee, and the partnership has been very beneficial. I'm hopeful that Zigoti Coffee will also become a member of CICU soon.
We envisage a partnership whereby we can at least gain coverage and mileage on the coffee exports with in terms of volume in regards to the indigenous companies of coffee exporters in Uganda.
We as Funzo are very grateful for the support that that CICU has extended to us, because it has helped us to prepare ourselves for a greater role in the industry. We have beefed up our stock levels. We have taken up more space, and so we are able to handle bigger volumes, as you can see. You have seen the store up there, you can see the stock here. We can service bigger contracts, but more importantly, we are doing very good preparations for the future when it comes to value addition. Our staff, we have improved our members of staff. Our farmer groups, we have very good farmer groups in different parts of the country, from whom we get most of the coffee that we have, and all of them are very good, very happy. We have already done a benchmarking trip to
to Vietnam. Why did we choose Vietnam? So there's a lot of similarities between Ugandan Robusta and Vietnamese Robusta. Their model is also based on smallholder farmers, and they have developed a wonderful ability or skill to actually make most of the machines that we need for value addition.
We're very grateful for the government support that we've got, and we are in the phase of constructing a processing plant in Namumve.
At Nonda Coffee, sustainability is not just a goal, it's a way of life. Working hand in hand with farmers through garden practices, harvest and post-harvest practices. Nonda Coffee has set up environmentally friendly wash stations and state-of-the-art dry mill to manage all the primary processes.
We have 14 sub-counties that are growing coffee in this area. That's our catchment areas where we deal with farmers. We deal with cooperatives and unions to produce coffee. We have also 3 washing stations in the field that we are working with farmers who use those washing stations to produce parchment coffee, which is washed coffee. In the language of Uganda, it's called wuga, washed Ugandan Arabica. So this is what are these farmers doing. We train them, they know what to do. They do the fermentation in different areas and produce the high quality coffee.
This is a project located in Yambuku. It is a wet processing mill. It encompasses of POs around 5 around this place. The capacity of the machine, it pulps 1,000 metric tons per hour, and it was installed in 2015 to empower farmers to do good quality coffee as parchment. Now we are trying to look for a way out how to empower them so that we can be able to source coffee directly from the farmers.
These washing stations we have in the field have the capacity of doing between 8 to 10 tons of chili by washing and also pulping. So the 3 washing stations with full capacity, every day we can do about 10 tons of parchment per washing station. So we would be able to do about 30 tons every day almost, because with full capacity. Without full capacity, we can do about 5 tons per washing station, and we're able to produce about 15 tons.
They have managed to improve their social economic welfare, in that they have gotten their children to school. They have built good nice houses which weren't there in the initial years.
Gasusura umwani au erususura. Umwani werususura amabiri tuyamba kutsibu. Twamabereheramu abana, twamahoramu ebibanza, twamemba manyumba, tunamukole business eriro mu mwani au erususura. Babiri tuletere muramba tu yechuma ekikasusura umwani. Echuma ekyo kyamabiri tuyamba kutsibu abalimi tukayowa ndeke ne government yenu tukanza yitongere kindi cyuma nuko itivosi twindanie byuma twangabana sha sente esyarararamwe abana.
This is a farmers coffee shop where they converge every evening to do their discussions, have their meetings, to take some coffee, to play some music for themselves, to have fun in the evening. So this is a community coffee shop for all the farmers. When they produce their coffee, they bring their own coffee here, so that out of the season, they always consume their coffee. They agreed, I think it's about 2 kilos per farmer on every season, that when they come here, they don't buy the coffee. They drink their own coffee that they have produced. This is our first innovation here in this area, but hope for the best that maybe even other areas, whether this could be done, then it will be the best for the communities and also the visitors who come around, that they can enjoy a cup of coffee from the farm to the cup. It's their produce, and that produce has to be consumed by them to know exactly why other people are buying their coffee. And since they also know that coffee is a beverage, they're able now to sell their coffee highly and process it well, so that even the buyers get high quality coffee.
We are proud of our association with CICU, very, very proud, and we have hope that the future is going to be bright, and we shall have the impact that we seek.
I would like to thank, number one, the government of Uganda for being able to support us as an organization, And I would also like to thank CICU for also being able to pick us from the very many to see that such initiatives are handled.
I will take this opportunity to give a vote of thanks to the government of Uganda for the support that they are giving to Masha Quality Holdings as a secondary hub, because this support is translated directly down to the farmers who supply us the coffee. They are also grateful for what the government is doing.
I also thank STI for the good work they have done to make sure that all this has been aligned, and they are giving us a technical service, giving us a technical knowledge, so that this project is implemented as well and has benefited the owner.
And I would also like to thank my farmers for being there and also being with us and supporting us.
This collaborative effort between government and CICU showcases the transformative power of strategic synergies in the coffee value chain. Together, they are paving the way for a thriving coffee industry, increased farmer incomes, and a stronger national economy. Thank you to the Government of Uganda and Coffee Investment Consortium Uganda for their commitment to this noble cause.